Okay, this is it. We just packed everything up. We're headed back into the city. Thank you, Peg and Pam, so much. You made our re-entries much more smooth. And we're finally done with all of the share goodbyes. In the next few hours, we'll be getting on a train to Sacramento and then to Washington to spend our last 3.5 weeks in the country for a long time. Anything you want to say?
It's a little overwhelming. It's all kinds of mixed feelings. Like we've said before, we're not leaving Chicago because we don't love it. We love Chicago.
We do.
We absolutely love Chicago, and leaving is hard, but I'm glad it's hard, right? I'm glad that we're not, like running away or something, but love Chicago, and sad to say goodbye, but really excited for the next adventure. Whew.
All right, not gonna get teary-eyed. Well, we might. I was actually thinking today of, some of my favorite memories in Chicago, and there are so many when it comes to living here for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And don't cry, because you'll make me cry.
I'm right there with you.
All right.
Right there with you.
We're going to sign off till we get to the train.
We took Amtrak all the way from Chicago to Sacramento on the California Zephyr, and then continued up to Seattle on the Coast Starlight. The Zephyr, about a 52-hour ride, has some of the most dramatic views in the U.S. It has mountains, tunnels, winding rivers, and the Coast Starlight, roughly 35 to 36 hours, takes you right along the Pacific coastline. It's definitely a slow travel bucket list trip, so grab a seat with us while we give you a tour, share what we loved and what we didn't, and whether we'll do it all over again.
So that was our friend Brian. We just got a really nice tour of the train. And now we're...
Oh, y'all got this spot. There's lots of good spots, I think. Okay.
And now we're in the observation car, waiting for the bar to open, having our kickoff cocktail.
If you book a sleeper or roomette, you get access to the Amtrak lounge. So check your bags first and wander over for a snack or drink. Remember, not all stations have it, so I would check that out first. We started our trip in the observation car so we could wave goodbye to our favorite city, and immediately ordered Bloody Marys and a fancy cheese plate from the snack bar. That's where we met Ken, who actually worked with Sandra's good friend and former business partner Phoebe, who recently passed away. It was such a special moment to share stories on a train. What a small world. Then it was all about watching the world go by. After driving across 24 states in the U.S., it felt amazing to just sit back and let someone else take the wheel. The observation car was great, but honestly, we also loved the views right from our roomette, especially when we were chilling and playing highly competitive backgammon. Let me show you what it looks like.
Okay, we are heading to our roomette. Very nice that we do have a restroom right there. And here we are. That nice curtain.
Oh, hello.
Well, hello.
Come on in. There's room for everybody.
Are you going to show us around?
Well, I mean, here we have seat A, and I'm sitting in seat B. We do have, let's put some lights on here. There's a night light right there, so when you're sleeping, we can have a night light temperature control right here. Obviously, this is where we plug in.
There's only one plug, so if you're staying on a roomette,
make sure to bring a nifty little sort of, and then we brought our own little speaker right here, just Kindle, room for your cups, table.
Right.
This table actually opens and put it away like that.
Perfect.
And like this. Pretty nifty. And then over on this side,
We have the regular lights,
and we also have another night light right here.
and then we have the ceiling light.
And then the ceiling light right there. Attendant call button should you need it.
A mirror. Make sure you look good before you walk out the door.
And also these double up as steps. So these are like, you can put things on. We stored a cooler right here. But these also are steps that go up to the bunk right here, which
where I slept.
You bring that down, and that becomes the bed.
Here is the strap that holds you in at night.
Mm-hmm.
A little disconcerting, but it works. I didn't fall out once. So we have a hook here. There's another one above the mirror. We also have this one above the closet. And our nifty closet.
It's pretty thin, but we were able to use it and get our backpacks in there. You can also fit your backpacks underneath the seats, front here.
Right. But then you can't get to them at night once the beds are made, because those two seats come down and make one bed. Well, here we are. The train's moving. We're all tucked in. I'm in my little area with my straps that hold me in. It's a bit of a tight fit because you can't quite even sit up. But we'll have a good night's sleep and then talk to you tomorrow.
This is the dining car. This is all set for lunch.
The food was pretty decent, and yes, meals are included if you're in a roomette or sleeper. The only thing is, you share tables with strangers at every meal, so get ready to make new friends or awkwardly pretend to.
Okay, now we're entering a sleeper car.
So this is an upgrade from, we have the roomette, which is less expensive, smaller. This is more roomy, and you have your own bathroom. And it's bigger, so come on in. So here you see there's sort of a more of a sofa type situation here where you can sit. Also a second seat right here, large full-length mirror, much more storage. You could certainly get, you know, your backpacks and stuff up here. And then you have, in here you have your own restroom, and it is a shower.
There's a little sink, which is nice. This is also way bigger than my bed.
Which comes down, this comes down, we won't do that, but it comes down to a sleeper. And also there's a closet right here. Also a lot more storage in this one.
Mm-hmm. And there are 3 outlets, as opposed to just the one that we have. Oh, there you go.
A little sort of medicine chest where you could store your makeup. Just generally much more roomy.
And about, depending on which one you're on, I think it's about $500 to $800 more.
Yeah. Yeah, it is definitely more expensive, but it's, you know, it's much more roomy. And you don't have to leave, you can have a shower, and you don't have to, you know. Good morning, here we are at Union Station in Denver, Colorado. And had a great night on the train. That's our train right there. And
Had a good dinner. We'll
Yeah.
send pictures tonight.
slept pretty well. Slept pretty well, and kind of like enjoying the rocking and the rolling, you know. It was fun.
I did feel a little bit like a hot dog or a taquito on those little rollers at 7-Eleven. I, of course, was on the top bunk.
Indeed you were.
Union Station in Denver was actually really nice, and we had time for coffee and a little stretch, which was very necessary after hours of being human pretzels in our seats, and me on the top bunk. Back on board, the landscape started to change again, and we were lucky enough to catch a rainbow on the horizon. We passed Lake Truckee, now renamed Donner Lake, and honestly, it's absolutely beautiful. Hard to believe such a peaceful place holds such a dark history. The lake was renamed to commemorate the tragic 1846-47 ordeal of the Donner Party. And if you don't know that story, go look it up. Yikes! From there, we headed into Tunnel 41, affectionately known as the Big Hole. It's the third longest tunnel through a mountain in the U.S., stretching 2 miles and taking about 10 minutes to pass through. Hope you're not claustrophobic. And as our conductor put it best, you don't pay for tickets here, you pay for experiences. And here we are at a fresh air break. Everybody's off the train, stretching their legs. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. I think we just passed through, what was the name of the town? Ski Town, I'll think of it. Lo and behold, we rolled right past total standstill on the highway. Sorry cars, train coming through. And from our seats, it's just a gorgeous view. We brought a cooler with some bubbles and watched the world go by. Played some backgammon. It's just so relaxing. And especially we saw a huge backup on the highway. And nobody was moving. And we went past on the train and saw what was causing it all. After driving our 21 states and 12,000 miles, it was quite a relief to not be in the middle of that. Okay, we made it into Sacramento. Pretty harmlessly.
Yeah, a great train ride. Everything went really well, and we just left our bags. We have 8 hours I think here.
Yeah.
It's 3 o'clock now, and our train leaves right around midnight, so close to 9 hours.
The Amtrak attendant was super nice and told us to go over to old Sacramento, and that's where we're headed now.
We're exploring Old Sacramento, a historic district along the Sacramento River that preserved Gold Rush era buildings and cobblestone streets. This was the western end of the Pony Express. And during the Gold Rush, it was a major port and commercial hub and absolutely crucial to early California history. Today, you'll find museums, shops, restaurants, and even the Delta King steamboat. She doesn't go down the river anymore, but you can grab dinner or a drink, which we did both, and enjoy the view. And that's the Tower Bridge, the only vertical lift bridge in California when it was built in 1936. It really feels like a living history center with plenty of places to wander, eat, and explore. We had to head back to our train. It was leaving at 11 o'clock, and just know the streets are pretty desolate at that hour.
What do you do for over 8 hours in Sacramento?
Go see a movie?
Right, we did that. We went to Old Sacramento, walked around, had a drink on the old paddle boat, and then we had a lot of time to kill, so we went and saw a movie.
And it was hot too.
Yeah.
So it was hot, so it was nice to get into air conditioning and those comfy seats that those movie theaters have now.
Exactly.
Stayed awake.
I know. Score. And then we just had some delicious Indian food.
Yeah, it was very good.
Something we haven't had in a long time.
Since Lincoln, Nebraska.
That mecca of Indian food. So
now we're heading to the train we've still got another couple of hours, I think.
It's 9:30. I think we can get on at 11.
Yeah.
And then goodbye Sacramento. Hello Seattle.
It's been a fun 8 hours.
Instead of wandering aimlessly through Sacramento, you can always check out dayuse.com. They have hotel rooms and even sleeping pods where you can grab a nap or take a shower. It's also a great hack if you have a long layover or one of those ungodly early landings and your hotel won't let you in yet. And for airport overnights, sleepinginAirports.net is a surprisingly helpful resource, especially at major hubs. We'll put their links down below. All in all, it was pretty cool. The food was good, and if you have a roomette or sleeper, your meals are included. And yes, you even get a glass of wine with each meal if you want. We also love meeting new people in the dining car. The downside, the cost. On the Zephyr, a roomette runs about $1,300 and a sleeper is just over $4,000. On the Coast Starlight, a roomette is roughly $900 and a sleeper is $1,565. You can get an Amtrak credit card and use the points toward future trips, but unfortunately there aren't any transfer partners that we know of. Our total cost was $2,238 for both of us. A sleeper for the whole journey would have been about $5,689 for two people. For 3.5 days, We absolutely love the experience, and we could check it off our bucket list, but for these 2 broads abroad, it's a bit out of our price range to do more than once. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this slow travel adventure, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along for more 2 broads abroad travel tips and honest reviews. And because this journey doesn't end here. Next up is a 22-day cruise for our first cruise ever. And yes, we're a little nervous and a little excited, so we'll see you on the next journey.